Welcome to Ghoulish Gab, always spooky, never more than 6 minutes. Today, we're talking about our top 3 movies of 2023, along with a couple honorable mentions, etc., etc. Kayla, let's hear your number 3 first.
Number 3, Saw 10. I like the Saw franchise, and while the last few movies were a little bleh, this one was not at all a disappointment, and I'd rank it third in the whole franchise. I like Saw number 1, Saw 2, and then Saw 10.
Okay, that's on my list of ones that I really wanted to see but didn't get to see. My number 3 is actually Scream 6. I think this franchise is strong all the way through. It's not without its faults, but this one came back and it was bloodier than ever, and I enjoyed it even as much the second time through.
Okay. For number 2, I have Evil Dead Rise. I like that it takes the storyline out of bumfuck nowhere cabin and into a cramped little city apartment. It almost made it more uncomfortable that it wasn't out where, like, in the woods where anything could get you. You expect to feel safe from monsters in a city, at least. And it genuinely made me cringe and get creeped out and reinforced that I am child-free by choice.
All right. My number 2 was Thanksgiving, which was a perfect theater experience. It probably had the best kills of the year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was I can't complain about it. Anybody who's complaining about it is thinking too hard.
Exactly. It's like amazing slasher. Couple of honorable mentions for me, ones that I fought to put on the list, but Slaughterhouse, Megan, and Totally Killer. And I think the reason they ended up not making my list and being more on the honorable mentions category is I have a hard time wanting a horror comedy to be like my favorite horror movies. I love horror comedies, but I kind of categorize them different.
That's fair. I had Slaughterhouse and Totally Killer on my honorable mentions list as well too. Slaughterhouse was just everything that you would expect it to be. But yeah, I can't like in good faith like put that in one of my top 5 favorite movies. A serious one though was Unwelcome. I don't know if you saw that. It was like
I didn't
these
get to
little
see that one.
goblins, or they might have been categorized as something else, but gnomes or something. It was creepy. I really enjoyed that one. I would suggest that as well. That was one. I mean, you felt uncomfortable with that one. Those things were just gross, and they're little, and they're all over the place. Talk to Me was another serious one that I really enjoyed, and one movie that I actually enjoyed that everybody seemed to be crapping on even before it came out was Exorcist Believer. And it seemed to just be a trend that just continuously shit all over that movie. And it's not perfect, but I think I don't know.
It's not perfect, but it fits in the franchise well, better than some of the other sequels did.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, that was when I was creating my top 3, that and Saw 10 battled for number 3 for me. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just one of those you have to wonder if people are really giving it a chance just because of how much it's been crapped on before it even came out. So
yeah, I saw a ranker list and they had it as one of the worst, and I was like, "You're wrong. You're just, I don't have justification. Just you're wrong.
It's not that bad." All right, you're number 1.
Number 1, Thanksgiving. It's got everything. Great kills with good practical and special effects. Like you said, probably some of the best kills in a horror movie of the year. It's an amazing slasher film. It's got a Black Friday tragedy. It's got pilgrims, and it's got McDreamy. What else could you want?
And so this is kind of funny because my number 1 was Evil Dead Rise. So and to the viewers, we didn't go over our list before. We just decided to get right into it. For a lot of the same reasons. It was everything I wanted for an Evil Dead movie that was not going to rehash all the stuff that we've already gotten. And so I liked absolutely everything about it. And that's another one. I've watched it multiple times since, and I still just love it with the rewatches
Oh, as
as
soon as
well
it came
too.
out on Blu-ray, we got it so that we could rewatch
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have anything that disappointed you?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, did that
Cocaine.
come out last year? It did, February. Okay.
Yep. Cocaine Bear, I wanted to like, and I recognize that I'm in the minority here. Like
Hmm.
everybody loved Cocaine Bear. I just I don't know, there were some parts that made me like it just went on too long. It could have ended way sooner. Like it was a joke, and then there were the cocaine cubs, and it just wasn't for me. It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't for me.
It it could have went on for 10 more hours for
You
me.
would have
I
been
guess
just as happy.
that was a movie that, I mean, it's definitely for horror fans, but I guess when thinking about horror movies, I didn't really look at that one. But yeah, it fits. So the one that I did not like that everybody enjoyed was Megan, which was just, to me, was just this predictable, boring. It was just an extended version of the trailer. There was absolutely nothing that you couldn't pull from the trailer in sorting out the movie before you saw it. It just to
All I
me
have to say
it didn't
is
work.
you can't say you don't like Megan. That's homophobic. She's a gay icon.
I, I just turn it off now, or what do I do? You just canceled me in the first episode.